One of the reasons I get up and work out every morning is because my Monday through Friday routine is pretty chaotic. Let me show y'all what I mean. When I get home, one of the first things I do is get my post-workout shake. This is because it makes no sense to do all that heavy lifting in the gym if I'm not going to support the recovery process. I usually try to finish this all in one sitting because if I don't, I will forget that it's there. Next, I get my husband's stuff started. Now, normally I make him breakfast, coffee, and make sure his lunch is put together. But he already had breakfast and lunch taken care of, so all I had to do was get his coffee. It's just easier to serve my family in this way and make sure their day gets started off on a good note because I work from home, so it's a little bit easier for me to take care of myself. Once my husband's stuff is taken care of, then I start focusing on getting the bigs up for school. So they're all up and ready to go, and I get their breakfast ready. I stopped fighting with my kids a while back on what they were going to eat for breakfast, and I started just asking them what they wanted every morning. This saves me and them the headache, and I know it's going to be eaten, and they're not going to waste my food. Another thing I try to do is have the kids pick out their clothes the night before so we don't have any issues. However, my daughter came in this morning wearing shorts, and I had to remind her it was cold out. She said she couldn't find any pants, so I decided I'd go down and do it for her, but not before I took my morning poop. Here are the jeans I found and gave them to her so she can go ahead and get dressed, and then I had to take a little bit of a break. I was starting to feel a little worn down and tired from the gym, but I had to keep going. For some reason, my oldest wanted literally bread with jelly, not toast. I said, whatever, dude, it's all yours. I'm going to make it. My dog started whining, so I took her out for a bit, and then I came in and started cleaning and doing the dishes. So I unloaded the dishwasher, put everything away that was in there overnight, and then I started loading it up so I could have fresh dishes sometime after the morning. Again, a lot of people do this stuff at night, but some nights I just don't have it in me, and it's just easier to get it done first thing in the morning. It is what it is. I'm not fighting it. Around this time, I like to get my workday started, so I log into my computer and start checking my emails. And then my ADHD kicked in, and I started just checking all the different mail and cleaning up around the house. Those pair of pants, I set them there so I would remember to take them down, but I promise you those are probably going to stay there all day. After straightening up a bit, I looked at the clock and realized I had to take my daughter off to school. She's in chamber choir, so she's got to be there before school starts for rehearsal. And then I came back and was like, you know what? It's a good time to have some coffee. So I made myself some coffee. And, I'm a mess. I thought for a second, let me stop. But then I was like, you know what? Let me just make my coffee and I'll clean it up later, which I did. Again, I try not to fight what's actually happening in the morning because I'm already too tired. Around this time, I go ahead and get back to work. I do a lot of graphic design for work, so I was reviewing some of that work that I had this morning, and then it was time to take the oldest son off to school. The most peaceful part of my day is that 4 minutes I take a shower. I get the water steaming hot, and I just kind of stand in there, contemplate the intricacies of the universe, and prepare for my day. Weirdest thing that happened this morning was I had a ringing in my right ear. I hit up Google. Google said that it's a good luck charm. I said, that's cool as long as I'm not dying. Then it was time to take my youngest up to the bus stop so he could go to school, and I took my behind home.